So this is gonna be a long one. Hey guys, I'm Andrea. I'm a young adult author. And if you've never been to my channel before, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, hey guys, welcome back. So we've been discussing of Poseidon and this Reread with Me series. I believe this is going to be episode 8. For those of you who are new here, this contains a bunch of spoilers. Literally, don't watch it if you haven't read the book and you want to read it. I'll give you a second to just jump off. We left off with Emma finding out that she's Serena, and if you've seen the last episode, I really struggle with that word, so I've just been calling them mermaids, and like, I'm sorry, but it's just easier. So I have so many more markers that I didn't even know I had because I started reading this morning. It is a reading day. Again, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I alternate between reading and writing days, and today is a reading day. So I got in the tub this morning really early, got a cup of coffee, sat down, started reading, and didn't have my markers with me, so I started writing down on my phone the pages I wanted to mark, and I officially run out of all my markers, guys, so I have to go to the store and get more because this book just took them all. These are my markers to discuss with you guys. It's pretty thick, so we'll see how long this video is, but yeah, it's probably not going to be short. But anyway, let's jump right in. In this chapter, I believe it's chapter 11? No. Yes, chapter 11, we find out that not only did Emma basically push Raina through glass, but it was hurricane-proof glass. So if that gives you an idea of how strong these people are, not really, yeah. And then Galen tells her that she's not trying hard enough to grow a fin. It's just one of those things I thought was cute, so I marked it because I was like, that's funny. She's not trying hard enough to become a fish, basically. What a thing to be, like, upset about. This marker makes me so upset. And I cannot stress this enough. Why do girls always feel like the hot guy can't like them? Like, I literally hate that. I don't know if it's a trope, but I hate when girls are like, oh, he's too hot for me. Like, I'm too basic for him. If he likes you, he likes you. Like, just because he's hot doesn't mean he's gonna think you're ugly. Like, honestly, you do have to realize that people have different opinions, and I hate that inner dialogue where it's like, he's too hot to appreciate me. He's too hot to love me. Like, you can say, I don't think a guy like him would ever like me, but don't use his looks as the reason. Like, oh, well, use something else. Like, I just feel like that is so overused. Like, girls are just beating themselves up because, oh, the hot guy could never think I'm cute. But, like, why? Why couldn't he think you're cute? Like, from what I can get, Emma's not ugly, so, again, I'm not understanding. And plus, beauty is just in the eye of the beholder, and we need to stop beating ourselves up as women specifically because we think the hot guy can't like us because, honey, you look good. Okay, let's continue. Oh, I love this line. I'm gonna highlight it. It says, if stupid were a disease, I'd have died from it by now. And honestly, same. That's all I'm gonna say. Same. Moving on. We're actually going through these pretty quickly. I think it's because they're just like little nitpicky things, or like things that I just thought were cute and that I want to discuss. So yeah. Of course, the thing I said last video was so unrealistic. Emma stays over Galen's house, right? And I guess she's sleeping in some of Rachel's clothing. I don't really know. But anyway, Galen sees her get up and she's wearing like a tank top like the one I'm wearing, and like the bottom rises up and he's like, oh my gosh, like human girls, he doesn't say they're flesh, I don't think. He's just saying her skin is so soft and it's very tempting to him. And I just thought that was like interesting. I don't want to say weird, but it's just like, okay. Like her shirt rose up a little bit and he saw her stomach and he's just like, oh my gosh, Emma, the things you do to me. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, it's not that serious. Like, it's just the stomach. But apparently it was a thing for him. Moving on, we've made it into the blue markers, which are all, for the most part, from today. Rachel literally tells Galen he's gonna have to kiss Emma, and he wants to, but he doesn't want to, and he's just like, oh my gosh, I want to kiss Emma. And at the same time, he's like, oh, I can't kiss Emma because it's too much. It's too much. I can't handle kissing her. And like mid-sentence between him and Rachel arguing, being like, we don't have to kiss, we don't have to kiss, Emma just goes, fine, we'll kiss. And then they just look at her like, oh my gosh. And in this same, on the same page, like, Galen says the most awkward, funniest thing ever. Like, he's just like, Emma, we don't have to kiss. I already told your mom I want to sleep with you. And then he catches himself and he's just like, she wanted me to say it, and Emma's just like, just stop. You're embarrassing yourself. And I'm just sitting here dying of laughter. Like, it's one of those good parts of the book that's not cringeworthy. That's just like, wow, dude, like, you really said that out loud. Okay. That's how we do it now. This part was one, again, that I liked. I think not majority, but some of these are ones that I just really liked and wanted to share. So basically, Emma finds out what finding an island means. It basically means mating. And Emma goes like off on tour, like, she's not gonna find an island with you. She can come live with me. You're not gonna mate. You can't make her mate with you. And it's just like her and Raina literally fought through glass into a storm the previous day. And now Raina's like, yeah, Emma's right. And I'm just over here like, weren't you guys just fighting like a few hours ago? Like, honestly, it wasn't even 24 hours ago, and now you guys are like buddy-buddy because Emma agrees that you shouldn't have to marry him or mate with him, which I agree too, because it's kind of clear to me that these, I don't want to say people, that this species is more human than anything, so it would seem like they would mate for like love just like humans, but apparently that doesn't happen. Whatever. It is what it is. Let's continue. On this page, Emma says she thinks her mother likes Galen. Mind you, from the first episode, her mother literally was like so upset that she was dating Galen and not telling her. And then she asked, when Galen comes over, she's like, hey, can I get your driver's license and your license plate number? Because yeah, I need that. But apparently, in a day, she's in love with Galen. Galen is so hot, and my mom clearly likes you. She told me to tell you good morning. Again, just so unrealistic. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Because just know, like, there's no way her mother likes him, and she just met him. Both of them just met this guy. And Emma's already, like, freaking obsessed. Like, oh my gosh, I was trying to ignore him, but I can't ignore him because, like, how can I? He's just so sweet. Which we'll get to. And her mother is like, he's hot, girl. Like, you picked a good one. You just met him. Like, I feel like if my daughter got a boyfriend and he was cute, I'd be like, yeah, he's cute. But I want to know more. Like, I'm not just going to like him because he's cute. No. Like, is he good to you? Is he nice? Is he sweet? Is he respectful? Like, those things are more important than if he's hot. I'm just saying. Because I feel like it's emphasized so much in this book that Galen is just so hot, and because he's so hot, he can get away with so much stuff, which again is just so irritating. Like, just because you're hot does not mean you can get away with a bunch of stuff. It just doesn't. Let's just be honest. I mean, then he says he should take her to Florida when they live in New Jersey. And just to clarify, what high school senior is able to go to Florida with her boyfriend by herself? Because it hasn't happened yet, and they're just discussing it, but like, I know it happens. And it baffles me because of course he has to ask her mom. Mind you, she's 18, so I can kind of understand it, but it also falls under the lines of like, my house, my rules. Like, you're not about to go to Florida with your boyfriend type thing. Plus you're in high school still, so like, there's that. And it's just like, she's like, my mom would never ever go for that. And Galen's like, you're right, we're gonna have to ask Rachel to talk to her, because apparently Rachel's this guru that just makes parents like fall under her spell and gets them to do whatever she wants them to do. So Rachel's just gonna be like, Emma's gonna go to Florida with Galen, and mom's gonna be like, oh my gosh, yes. Just know, like, the fact that it's emphasized right here, like literally right here, that Emma literally says my mom would never ever go for that, and the fact that I know she does really pisses me off. Like, it's clearly stated that Emma knows her mom wouldn't, but yet somehow she still makes it to Florida. Ugh. Let's just move on. Emma also says she's going to go in the water while Galen goes home to visit his father and his brother. And guess what Galen does, guys? He leaves a chaperone for her because he doesn't want her going in the water, which to some extent I understand because it's kind of dangerous. But to the next extent, it's just like, dude, you can't boss her around. Like, I know you're a king in this book, or a prince, whatever, a royal, but like, she's part human. And I know he doesn't know that yet, but like, she's part human, and really, just, why are you trying to boss her around and tell her what to do? Like, you could be like, I care about you, Emma. I don't want you going in the water because I don't want you to get hurt. Not, you can't go in the water. There's a difference between the two. One is just being plain bossy, and one is saying, I care about you. I would prefer you not do this, but not telling her what to do. Like, why couldn't you do that? And then you leave Torf as a chaperone. Like, honestly, what is this? Really, why? And Torf reminds Galen, of course, that if she ends up marrying Grom, mating with Grom, is gonna be their queen one day, so he really is gonna have to obey her. But Galen is just like, no, stay and make sure she doesn't go in the water, and if she does, you go with her because she needs a chaperone and a protector. Okay, next. Galen goes to see Grom, and what pisses me off is that Grom literally says he won't absolve Rhaena and Torf's marriage at all, even if Torf asks for it instead of Rhaena. Like, if they don't want to be married, then don't make them stay married. Like, I feel like this is important because this is just skipped over throughout the whole book, basically, and I'm like halfway through, so I can say that. It's just acted like, oh, well, she don't want to be with him, but that's too bad. Like, whatever. And his brother is literally like, you know, I'm not going to absolve their marriage. They're just going to have to stay married. Even if they don't want to be married, they're going to have to stay married because that's how I feel about it. Honestly, why is this brushed over like it's nothing? Like, psh, yeah, the royals have to marry the firstborns, and Torf and Rhaena are going to stay mated no matter what. I don't care if they like each other. I don't care if Rhaena hates him. I don't care if she wants to kill him. They're staying together, and they got to go to an island and mate. Okay, moving on. So Galen finds out that this girl, Paka, who just randomly entered this book out of nowhere, might have the gift of Poseidon. And she's the daughter of this guy, Jagan, I think his name is, who wants to overthrow the Poseidon King, I believe. It's just weird. Like, it's kind of convenient that another person comes along who has the gift of, who maybe has the gift of Poseidon, because then Galen can get Emma for himself, and she doesn't have to marry Grom. There's so much wrong with that. Like, there's so much wrong with that paragraph. First of all, Emma doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do, including marry Grom, no matter what the freaking rules are. Number two, this character is so freaking convenient. Like, oh wow, there may be another person with the gift of Poseidon, just so Galen can be with Emma, because that makes it easier for him, right? Okay. And this person has gone missing for no real reason. And we're just now finding out that she has this gift. Mind you, Serena can live for years and years and years because Galen's brother is literally 80 and looks like Galen. And Galen's 20. So yeah. If she has this gift, then her and Grom will have to be married. And then Galen can have Emma to himself because that makes everything better and it works out so perfectly. And I can't remember if they actually do find her and she does have the gift. I think she does, but I can't really recall right now, so I won't comment on it. But then Galen, of course, has to talk to Grom about the pole, which is like, it's like when you find your mate and they're your special mate, you feel this draw towards them. Yeah, of course. Galen is like, did you feel it towards Nalia? Like, is that something that you feel? And Grom is like in visible pain, guys, because Galen is literally asking him about the wife he was in love with that he lost in the mines where she was blown to bits. Like, how insensitive is that? That's so insensitive, but we just completely ignore that. Galen is like, I know I shouldn't be asking, but there's not a more appropriate time to ask, so I'm gonna ask right now because I want to know about this pull so I can figure out if I have it towards Emma. Mind you, up until now, Emma was supposed to be mated with Grom because she has the gift of Poseidon, and that's what it would require. So, yeah. I really don't know what the point of asking that was, because if Paka doesn't have it, which, again, can't remember, then Emma would supposedly have to be mated to Grom. So none of that would really matter, because whatever he felt would be irrelevant unless they fought for it and got the law overturned or something. Next. I feel like her mom is sweet, but at the same time, the way she asks questions about Galen and stuff, like, it's like an interrogation every time they discuss him, which it switches back and forth, because if you remember earlier in this video, I said that she thought Galen was super hot and she liked him, which is what it says in the book. But then in this next chapter, she literally asked Emma, oh, are you guys fighting? Do you guys fight a lot? Is he hitting you? Where are these accusations coming from? Like, first it was, oh, you guys are sleeping together. You lost your virginity to him. And I'm so upset about it. I can't believe it. And then also asking him, why don't you want to sleep with my daughter? And now it's like, oh, is he hitting you? He's beating you, isn't he? Where are you getting this information? Like, I feel like she just pulls it out of thin air. Like, she's just like, oh, there it is. Boop. Like, no normal person just asks these random questions like this. Like, first of all, if he was hitting her, wouldn't you notice? Honestly, she's your daughter. You wouldn't notice if he was hitting her? I feel like you would notice. And there's no visible signs of that happening. So why would you ask that? Anyway, because I thought we'd go through this quickly, but it's almost 20 minutes. And I'm recording this on my phone, and my storage cannot withstand this stuff. So yeah, moving on. Emma tells Rachel that she's not going to go to the house today, and Rachel says okay, and to basically call her again because Galen wants her to keep an eye on Emma. And Emma asks her, do you do everything that Galen says? And this is Rachel's response. Like, I can't make this stuff up, because, like, really, let's just read it. I know this is long already, but let's just read it. Emma, if I always did what I'm told, you'd be locked in a hotel room somewhere while I secured us a private jet to a place of Galen's choosing. Now get some rest. I'll be expecting your call tomorrow. We don't even need to discuss, like, what's wrong with that response. But really, why would you tell her that? Like, oh, if I did everything Galen told me to, I'd just lock you up and steal you away. Because that's easier. Because that's not creepy at all. Like, that's not weird or strange or just downright disturbing. No, it's fine. Like, yeah, if I did everything he said, man, you wouldn't even be at home right now. You'd be locked up somewhere on some island. That would make me very uncomfortable and very disturbed, because it's not normal. Like, it's not normal at all. That's it. I'm on page 158, so there's only like 300 something pages. Basically, I'm halfway through. And those are my opinions and thoughts, and just look at these markers, guys. Like, we're not even done. So yeah, these videos are going to be very, very long this time. I know when I did Bitter Blue, I did not do markers like this and go through in-depth discussions, but there's so much in this book that I'm noticing that I didn't notice before, and I feel like it is 110% necessary for me to make all of these comments. Like, they are important to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video installment, where we will be discussing again of Poseidon in vivid detail. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.